Hello, everybody. I'm hoping that you all are having an incredible afternoon, an incredible evening or morning time, depending on when you catching my content. So I'm here to analyze, I'm here to reflect or revisit a fixture that played this afternoon between Manchester City and Real Madrid. Quite a showdown. These are two Titans, and that actually was the reason as to why most pundits out there dubbed this fixture as the clash of the Titans. Such a great game. These are two very strong teams, actually heavyweights of the Champions League. If you wanna be crowned a king, these are two teams that you have to run over. Literally, practically, if I can correct myself. These are two teams that play high level, high, caliber football. And for you to be able to get to that finishing line and win the Champions League trophy, these are two teams that you have to reckon with, that you have to fight to the death with. It's just that simple. So in today's matchup, this is a game that was high tempoed from the word go. These are two teams that came out with a lot of zeal, a lot of passion, a lot of impetus. They came to play and they came to win this very game. Manchester City, they have been having a very difficult campaign. Their campaign, if I can use some, street language, it's been blowing hot and cold. Oftentimes they will go out and be able to overcome powerhouses. At times they will go out there and, just get defeated so terribly. So in today's matchup, it was so hard, I was so iffy, I didn't even know where to, anchor my opinion as to how they, as to how they will perform. It's been a very unpredictable, very shifty team in terms of results. And, coming into this one, this was an absolute switch of mentality. They came out a very different team. They came out a very well molded team. The only issue that was very evident, or some issues that kind of got blown to the surface, were issues to do with our defense. Quite a litany of defensive errors, and these errors were very evident throughout the game. Don't get me wrong, Ederson, our goalkeeper, he had a terrific goal tending, at the back. He kept us into this game. He kept our head above the water the whole entire time, made some spectacular saves, you would expect that the defense line would be more organized to shield him, to be able to, provide that insulation. But that wasn't the case. He was too exposed, and, these tides of attack, at some point they became too rampant for him to, keep on, warding them off. So it was tough, it was hard for him, and that's what led to him, conceding the 3 goals. But overall, Manchester City played a very solid game. This is a game that, it kind of builds this, strong optimism in me that they might be able to turn this around in Bernabeu, in Real Madrid. It's a tough, hard stadium to play. That's a mecca, that people would look at as a chopping board. You go in there, you're just going in there to be killed. Manchester City, with their DNA, I believe they stand a chance. They stand a chance of turning these around. So, yeah, as far as so many other positives. The likes of Erling Haaland. He was absolutely terrific. The first goal, the way he was able to make that run and, just pump in that ball, that was very genius of him, very ingenious. And, again, this is another game that clearly, he's drawn a statement out that he's not like your typical, striker. A lot of skill, a lot of, acumen. And, these are some of the things that I, really feel, or rather that makes me feel that Manchester City still have a chance in this matchup. So they didn't win this game. Like I said, they lost the game by 3 goals, but 3 goals to 2. Which is a very solid performance for me, because right now Real Madrid, they high flying. This is a team that is firing on all the cylinders. They are the top of La Liga table with 50 points, a point clear of the second place team, which is Atletico Madrid. And this is a team that has very talented foot soldiers, the likes of Brahim Diaz, the likes of Camavinga, Jude Bellingham, and experience-wise, don't forget that Luka Modric is still within this very, this very umbrella. So this is a team that is carpentered to maul, to run over, to destroy any team they come up against. On the other hand, Manchester City needs to address some very calcified issues surrounding this team, their mentality, their mindset, and these are issues that have to do with capitulation, throwing away wins. We're not able to see off games. That's something that needs to be brought up. It's something that needs to be looked into with absolute seriousness. And in support of these statements, if we can just shoot down the memory lane and dig up some old bones, I believe most of you have an elephant-like memory. So the game against Sporting Lisbon, a very solid lead, but towards the dying minutes of this game, we had a catastrophic collapse. The game against PSG in France, unfortunately, we got plagued by the same symptoms. And in today's game against Real Madrid, that was evidently another blistering collapse by Manchester City. So Pep has a task. He has a very tight responsibility at this point. He needs to drill in, he needs to shake up those trees, find out what's causing these collapses, what's happening with the team towards the dying minutes of the game, try to get them to consolidate their mentality and be able to see off games.